May the best man win, sir.
Whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. And off we go from Denver. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw, it's Mahomes. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Kansas City.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Mahomes. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tucker roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Pacheco once more, and this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Throwing Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Nix to the air.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Broncos send out their punter now.
Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
If you look at this Bronco defense,
but right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but it's not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Broncos at 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here we go.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Mahomes going to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Now it's Mahomes again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
17, Broncos 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 70 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They go play action. Now Mahomes got a man over the middle, Worthy. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 9. Mahomes now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive they had.
And it's a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To throw is Nix.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That's caught inside the 20. They're all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims,
58 yards.
and the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
He's on his way. Well, with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game. You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second and goal from the 1.
Yellow, yellow.
Now they send a man in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Hey, 43.
Williams.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Dancing to his left. And some room to work.
There he goes again.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
George Karlaftis
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.